The Golden State Warriors already had the best team in the league when they picked up Kevin Durant in a nearly impossible move back in July 2016. The move brought about a lot of criticism from different circles of the NBA, as they were accused of killing any competition in the league. In our video today, we'll take a look at how superstar Steph Curry was accused that the Golden State Warriors were cheating. First things first, Steph Curry recalls being told that the Warriors were cheating. The Golden State Warriors had already turned into arguably the best side in the NBA by 2015 when they won their first NBA championship in quite some time. With superstars like Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green on the squad, there really wasn't any other team in the NBA.
Keep it moving. Green for three.
And Draymond's wide open, takes another three. 5 for 5!
Which could compete with them in terms of squad firepower. After winning the championship in 2015, the Warriors were in the finals again, where they had to face LeBron James' Cleveland Cavaliers. Golden State was clearly the better team on paper and looked for all money as the favorites.
Hogan, his third already.
Curry in transition, dialing long distance, and the Warriors have the lead.
They even took a 3-1 lead in the series, but ended up losing to a miraculous recovery from probably the greatest basketball player of all time in James. And what did the team do next? Despite having a fantastic squad already, they went into the market and picked up OKC man Kevin Durant.
At that size, that skill, and then rips it down.
Imagine having the squad they had and then adding Kevin Durant to that mix. Everyone predicted that the move would kill the competition in the league. Now, speaking about that time, Steph Curry has revealed how his own brother accused him and his Golden State side of cheating. Much like the rest of the NBA, it sounds like Steph's brother was also not that thrilled about the Warriors adding another NBA all-time player to their already star-studded squad.
Just a spectacular move here. Somehow holds on, fires up the three.
Up next, what exactly transpired between Steph and Seth Curry? So this all stemmed from a very funny incident that occurred before the start of Durant's first season with the Golden State Warriors. Curry, Thompson, Green, and Durant attended Drake's concert at the Oracle Arena. In the middle of his performance, Drake saw the Warriors squad members sitting in the VIP section and started shouting their names one by one. Appearing on JJ Redick's podcast, Curry was talking about the incident and shared the hilarious story. The four-time NBA champion mentioned that while talking, Drake went something like this. We are at the Oracle Arena, the Warriors' home court. We have Steph, Draymond, KD, and then number 11. So Drake basically forgot the name of Klay Thompson, who's like one of the best players in the league and an all-NBA star.
Dunked on the whole city of Cleveland just now. To put Lamar Stevens.
All of the Warriors players started laughing at this point. When Steph shared the incident later with his brother, Seth gave a very funny reaction. According to the Golden State point guard, Seth said that this proves that you guys are cheating. He said that the Warriors have so many big players that Drake didn't even remember the name of one of them. Well, Seth definitely had a point if you ask us. Moving on, why did KD's acquisition bring about so much criticism? Well, one can never say for sure with these big moves, but the timing of the move really brought about a lot of criticism in our opinion. Even before acquiring Durant, everyone knew that the Warriors were the best team in the NBA. They had proved that by reaching 2 consecutive NBA finals and narrowly losing out to a fantastic LeBron James performance.
Oh, blocked by James! LeBron James with the rejection!
Even in that loss, everyone knew the Warriors possessed the better squad. There really wasn't any other side in the NBA at the time that could compete with them in terms of firepower. And after losing the finals, Golden State went on to acquire an all-timer like KD in a move that didn't even seem feasible at one point.
What a crossover and finish, going by several different Knicks. How about the...
So any question of the team being able to catch up with them in the near future was put to rest once and for all. The acquisition of Durant really brought that cutting edge to an already dangerous Warrior side. In Kevin Durant, they got one of the best players in the NBA, who's quite unique in his basketball ability and his overall personality. KD has that no-nonsense, confident to the point of almost being arrogant kind of player profile. The confidence that he brought into the squad, along with his ability to play fantastic basketball, turned that Golden State side into serial winners.
Finds Durant, and that will end the first half.
So people in the NBA, especially the neutrals, didn't like how one-sided the move would make the race for the NBA championship. Next, did the move actually end up killing off competition in the NBA? The results of the move actually turned out to be what everyone feared. The Warriors simply turned into a super team that you just couldn't compete with on the basketball court. With Curry, KD, Green, and Klay Thompson, you really didn't have too many options as the opposition team. If you managed to cover or shut out Curry's three-pointers, Klay Thompson would be there. If you were able to mark KD out of the game, Draymond Green would turn up with his superior physicality. So there really was no way out.
With a right hand, Draymond Green Green with a power slam.
In the 3 seasons that Kevin Durant was with the Golden State Warriors, they made it to the NBA Finals in each of them. They won the NBA championship twice in his first 2 seasons with the franchise and ended up being named the NBA Finals MVP in both of those seasons. We honestly have never seen a player who lights up in the NBA Finals quite like how Durant does. In the NBA Finals, KD is just a whole different monster. You can't keep up with him. In his 3rd season with the Warriors, they reached the finals again, but lost to a Toronto Raptors side led by a fantastic Kawhi Leonard.
A clinic. Who, what, where, when, and Kawhi getting it done on the offensive end.
And if you ask us, that loss would have been a 3rd NBA championship in a row if the former Oklahoma City Thunder man had not been ruled out with an Achilles injury. It was clear as day that the Warriors were missing KD in the finals as they bowed out to the team from Canada. His overall impact on the franchise was massive. Moving on to how Curry fought to save Mark Jackson's job. Curry is the oldest in this Warriors lot of superstars in terms of years spent with the franchise. He's been with them since 2009, way before they turned into this super team who has won 4 NBA championships in 8 years. Some of you might not remember, but there was a Warriors side before Steve Kerr turned up with his aggressive basketball full of 3-pointers. In the 2013-2014 season, the Warriors head coach at the time, Mark Jackson, took them to the NBA playoffs for the 2nd time in 2 seasons. It was the first time they had made consecutive playoff appearances since all the way back in 1992. However, Jackson was still fired as the Warriors failed to reach the finals and was eventually replaced by Steve Kerr. Curry has been speaking about that era a lot recently and has revealed that at the time, he was fighting like hell to try and save Mark's job at the time. He said that he had no issue with the hiring of Steve Kerr. It was more a problem with Jackson being fired. He didn't want him to be fired. Lastly, did Jackson being fired turn out to be a blessing in disguise? Oftentimes in life, when you are fighting tooth and nail to hold on to something, you get blinded to the things that might be possible if you look elsewhere. It looks like Curry was also blinded in his loyalty towards his coach at the time, as no one can debate that Jackson being replaced with Steve Kerr has brought about a revolution in the Warriors' fortunes. He remembers that he had a conversation around this with Golden State general manager Bob Myers and how he fought for Jackson's job. Curry praised Bob Myers, mentioning that he's made some very good decisions in the time that he's been with the Golden State Warriors. He said that not only has Myers made good decisions, but he's also made a lot of difficult decisions, like the one to bring in Steve Kerr, because the 4-time NBA champion remembers that he was fighting really hard for Jackson in his conversation with Myers. Well, whoever made the decision and whoever was against the time is another matter. What we can say for sure is that the appointment of Steve Kerr has been the catalyst for all the success the Warriors have had in the NBA in the last 8 years. And that was the main thought behind hiring him. They had a good coach in Mark Jackson, but insisted on bringing in someone who could propel them to the championship title. We don't need to remind you how that worked out. And that's where we end our video today. Thank you so much for being with us. We would love to hear from you. Did the Warriors really kill off any competition with the acquisition of Kevin Durant? Don't forget to let us know in the comment section. Please make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for all the latest news in town. We'll see you in the next video.